2. Check. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm going to do a drawdown with a hopper system, and I'll tell you about it in just a second. But I was just calculating. I think that's what we're going to be doing, which means I would need $7. The VIG on those, by the way. All right. So let's talk about it. So let's see. What is that? Let's add this up. There's 150, 250, 350, 450, 550. I didn't want to go above it. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. All right, we're going to go 50 and 50. What is that? 100. That's still 540. All right, we're just going to go inside. The outside. We're just going inside. All right. So we have $2,500. And you might say, wait a minute, $2,500 and you're trying to go 500? You need $5,000 for that. Well, the reason why is because usually you take your entire bankroll, you divide that by 10 so you could play for 10 shooters. But with this drawdown system, we're going to start really high, try to get one hit. So instead of having 10 bullets or 10 outs, or 10 losses, because we're not just going to put it out there and let it ride, you can kind of cut this one in half. You get around 5 shots at it at 500. So we could do something different. We still could do 500, but what we could do, if we did 120 and 120, right? And then we did 75 and 75, kind of like going from the more probability to the less, more money in the middle here. That's 150, 250, 350. This is 450. So yeah, so we could do a quarter on each. Pretty close. I mean, that's where we'll be. I like that. I like that. All right. So these will cost a VIG of $2. So that's the way we'll do it. So we will go across. So in order to do this one, you might need to string. And what I mean by string bet is give them your 6 and 8 money, or give them your inside. You could. What I mean by string bet is you kind of bet one time and 2 times instead of just giving them all the money, stack it on the line, and then tell them what you want. This one, because usually you'd have the same amount, like inside would be 75, 90, 90, and 75, but you're going 120. So you kind of have to say 120 on the 6 and 8. After you tell them a couple times, they'll get it. But 120 on the 6 and 8, 75 on the 5 and 9, and quarter each on the 4 and 10. And so that is your total. And that is 100, 200, 300, $442. $442. And you'll have 440. So this is a 440, $440 bet. $440. All right. So let's sorry, I'm getting messages. Sorry, I had to put my phone on my phone, my camera. I'm using my camera and my phone. So I had to put it on Do Not Disturb because I was getting a lot of messages. But let me check the chat. Okay, nothing in the chat yet, but we do have viewers coming in. All right, so this is a series I've been doing, going live tonight right before Craps for the Cure. Going to holyroller.com, I have a 4-minute video there where I talk about Craps for the Cure and what we're doing to raise money. And I'm taking it with me to Vegas. And I just I was going to drive and I was going to leave tonight. And so I decided that I'm going to fly instead. So I bought a plane ticket. So I'm here tonight and I'll be here tomorrow night too. and then I'm leaving really early on Saturday morning to get there for Craps for the Cure. All right, so now you know. But what does that do? That gives us 2 more sessions today and tomorrow for you to give towards Craps for the Cure through the channel here. And I'm trying to raise money so that I could bring money from the Holy Roller channel to present there at Craps for the Cure. You can give it the link in the description of this video or the link on the website. You can also, I put my Venmo there, so you can also Venmo me money. People have been Venmoing me money, which is great because I could just go with my Venmo card and take it out from the ATM, and a free ATM, by the way, and then give the money there too. So that's great. All right, so with all that being said, we got, what did I say this was? 440? We should call this the Mopar or something, like the Dodge, the 440. That's a 440 engine. Fun fact, if you know anything about mechanics, the 66 Dodge Dart was a small block car. It's a classic, of course, but it's a 1966 Dodge Dart small block engine. My dad's a mechanic, been a mechanic for years with the military, and he took his small block 66 Dodge Dart and welded in other engine mounts so that he can make it a big block, and he put a 440 engine into a 66 Dodge Dart. Oh my goodness. And then he also welded fenders on the back. I still have the car. I should take a picture just so I have a picture of it. Man, 1984 was the year that we would be going drag racing, and he would be beating a lot of small block cars with his 440. So here we go with 440. Oh yeah. I should call my dad and tell him, hey, you need to watch this video because I shout out your mechanic work. And my dad's a veteran. We're raising money for veterans. And so, you know, give to a great cause with Craps for the Cure. We're raising money for veterans to get service animals and animals that are trained, dogs that are trained. Costs about $50,000 for a dog, and that's our goal this year. And not through just this channel, but through the entire Craps for the Cure community. And we're going to be live on Casino Quest on Saturday and Sunday. So I think starting at 10 a.m. or so Pacific time. So let me check the chat. And let's see. We got Claude in the house. Dustang. The Roadrunner, yeah. Oh man, that's what was funny is because when you think of if you know cars, a Dodge Dart, it wasn't until like 69 Dodge Dart, which I have in my driveway right now. 69 Dodge Dart is the muscle car of the Darts. Sorry, yeah. Before 69, I don't know if it was 68, 67, but 66, 67 were small blocks, small cars, you know. So anyway, long story, made a long story longer. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a drawdown into the hopper. Okay, so a drawdown. Now there's different names for the drawdown systems. I just call it a drawdown because you determine what you want to start really big and risk on one roll, and then you draw down. So there's different ways you could draw down. For instance, after one hit, you can split it in half. You know, like I can take down the 4 and 10 and then go 220. I can go from 440 to 220, but 220 just on the inside. Then from there, I could take those 2 hits and then play for free. Or in this case, I'm going to do 440, 1 hit. And depending on what hits, depends on what my play would be, because I'm only going to get $49 here. So that sounds like, to me, 44 inside, you know. Here I'll get 105. I'll get 105 here. So that'll be 96 across. And here I get 140, which would probably do 110 inside, something like that. All right. So, or maybe we'll add the 4 and 10 for 15 something. So anyway, that's kind of how we're going to do it. But then there's also a system called Get to the Hopper, Sideshow Gamble. Chris with Sideshow Gamble, he's in the military as well. And he hasn't done a lot on his channel recently because he's in the military and he was gone for a while and deployed. And so anyway, get to the Hopper. He has multiple different systems, but I'm gonna do a very basic system for Get to the Hopper once I get out of the drawdown. So I draw down and get to the Hopper. That's what we're gonna talk about. All right. So we officially start Crypto Addictive. What's up in the house? Good to see you. All right. So in between rolls and stuff, I will check the chat if you have any suggestions, comments, questions. I'll check it, and if it's if I can fit it into the show, I will. All right, so here we go. This is, what did we say? 440, 25, 75, 120. All right, we're not going to be working. We're assuming we're not the shooter this time, so we're not going to bet on the pass or don't pass. And I don't want to make it too complicated. So usually when it comes to pass and don't pass, if we are rolling, we'll just do a $10 pass line. We'll still do this out front. All right, so here we go with this come out roll. It's all off, by the way, and we're going to see what the point is. And so we're just going to leave that right on the 5, and now we're risking. Now remember, we only have altogether $2,500. So this is, what is that, 20% of our bankroll? Whew, you don't on any drawdown system, you don't want to use more than 25% of your bankroll. That would be my rule. All right, here we go. And it's a 10. Oh man, a 10. All right, so it's a big risk for just $49, but hey, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. That's what I used to tell my kids. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Now, when we go down, because it's time for the drawdown, one hit drawdown. We know we got, and we're going to get our $2 back that we spent. And so we're just going to come down. I'm going to come down like this so I can go back up. I'm going to put that right over here. This is my, however many bullets we have. And now we have 44 inside, which gives us $6. Okay. And we're at the 10 level. I know that's a high price to pay to get to that $10 level. Well, we didn't pay it, we risk it. A high price to risk, right? All right, so here we go. Now we have to get to the Hopper. And so I'm gonna show you what that is and how that is. Right now, we're gonna see if we can get one hit, any hit. Let's see, here we go. And it is a 3, craps 3, does nothing for us. Something inside, there's an 8. So we got an 8. And it is $14, all right? We could do 15 for one, but I'm just gonna pay like this, and you'll see why in just a second. There is $14. All right, so then you use your profit money to hop those same numbers, okay? So we have a 5, the 6, three ways on the 6 and 8, and we have that, and we have $4 left. Okay. Now remember the $6 that we got from our 50 and 40. So technically we have $6 more. So let's do this. We're gonna get 5 more just so we can see what we have and where we could go with this. We can go 2, 2, right, and 3. And 3. So, or I should say, we're going to hop for $2 each. Now, this is our only one time that we're able to hop for $2 each, all the different ways of the dice, because we're using our profit money for the first hit. So, now usually hopping is over here, and there's 2 ways to make a 5, 2 ways to make a 9. Well, there's 4 ways, but there's 2 ways to hop it, So, I'm going to just put them right here like this. I'll just put them right here like that. All right, so this is hopping the easy 8s and the hard 8. and hopping the 9. There we go. So same scenario, and that is get to the hop. Let's see what happens. Here we go. And it is a 9. We got it. All right, so we're going to take all the losers down. Okay, and this, and I'm going to pay the 14. Okay, so 14 right there for the 9. What you would do is you would say back up, you know, so this is going to be $32, okay, or the difference of $30, okay, so $30. So let's go. Look, one. Actually, let me just break this down to in fives. This will only take a long time when you first do it. Okay, there's 15, right? And here's another 15, and I'll just take that back. All right, so now let's look. We have, I'm going to change these out. Okay, that's $4 I'm just going to bring back, and we'll see what we got. We're $10 short, but if we don't get the hard ways, we can actually hop all the inside. We could hop the hard ways because they pay 30 to 1 for $1 each. Now that hard ways will be losing money, so I'm actually going to just say put those down, hop all the easies. It's going to be $40. So inside easies, right there, boom. Now remember, we haven't used any of our own money, but this is, and we could just take all of that and just press the inside or whatever, but we're gonna see what happens with this. Get to the hopper. We're trying the hopper twice. We should just do it once, but we're gonna do it twice. Let's see what happens. And it is a 7 out. All right, see, that's what I get. All right, but we actually brought $4, I think. I think we're up for the shooter. Could have been up more, right? All right, so all that falls and get to the hopper. That's the fun part of it, okay? Let me set back up $2. I'm gonna set back up for our come out action, and then I will check the chat, all right? So there is come out action, and it is $4.42 that it cost us. So actually, when we brought that 4 back, we paid for the last shooter and this shooter. Although when we come down, we got our $2 back. So don't worry, don't worry. All right, let me check the chat before I go on. All right, I see not a lot of chatter. Sometimes you guys talk amongst yourselves, and that's cool too. But I like to at least have some scenario. Now, you might say, Brian, I don't like this system. I'm not going to do it. Remember, the concept of this system is what you can do. You could do, 64, 96. You could do, 64. You could do whatever you want, the drawdown. But say you want to do 64. There's nothing to draw down to, So if you do 96, you could draw down to 64 after the first hit. But the idea is, if it was, you wouldn't have enough to go. You want to draw down, and so most time put their money small, and then they press up. Right. This is just a reverse of that. So we're risking on one roll, and then we're going down, 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 draw down. I just happened to draw down just for this last one and this one that I'm going to do down from 1 hit. You can draw down from 2 hits. I'll show you some different ways you could draw down. We're assuming somebody else is the shooter for this one as well. So let's do it and see if we're going to get a point established. We're not working. There's a 10. The point is 10. And we'll see if now remember, we have a certain amount of bullets, we call them bullets, to see if we can get past the rolls. There's a 10, the winner 10, and it happens to be the $50 again, or the $49. All right, so there's that. And we're gonna get our $2 back when we come down. So let's come down. There's our $2. I'll just put it right on top and bring it back to my rack. And then I'm gonna say, that was a winner, but we're gonna go 44. That means we get $6 change, and we go 44 inside. There's that. and we get our $6 change. Now we're going to use our $6, but you know, we could put it right here for right now. All right, we're coming out again. This is not working. You could work it because it is free money, but there's a 3, craps 3, and there is an 8, hard 8. All right, so the point is 8. Now we're working. Here we go, what happens. And it's a 6. All right, so there's the 6, and I'm just gonna pay 14 in singles so that I can put my other $6 in, and we will hop $2. I'm gonna do the easy ways first, just to make sure that I have the hard ways up here. So there we go. So we're hopping all of the inside. We're hopping the inside numbers. Let's see if we can get an inside number. And it is a 6. All right, back to the 6. And so it's gonna be $30. So we're just gonna pay it like this. 32 and down. All right, so the one that won, the 4-2 is what won. Then we have, we're $10 short, you know, for any kind of hopping. This time, let's do this. Let's press the inside. Bring the $10 back to our rack, okay? So now we're gonna press the inside, side pressure. Here we go. And it's a 10. That's on an outside number. And it's a 7 out. We got only $10 back on that one. All right, so we're out, we're down. We're down, but we're not out. How about that? We did the drawdown, right? All right, I'll check the chat in just a second. Let me invite you, if you haven't already, to go to holyroller.com and watch the 4-minute video I have there. There's those, so that you can see what we're doing for Craps for the Cure. And I've been going live every night, and I'll be live tomorrow night at some point, so that we can raise some money for some veterans for Craps for the Cure. Come on, somebody. All right, we're out again. This is the shooter, that $10 we brought back. We bring it back just so we could shoot with it. Hopefully, we can get a good come out. And let me check the chat before we got some more viewers here, but no more chats. That's okay. It's a quiet night. It's a quiet night. Maybe something else you're watching something else is going on. That's okay. And if you're watching this later, not live but later, make sure to let me know in the comments what you think about the drawdown hopper. All right, here we go. And it's a 10. It's a 10. The point is 10. Now we're risking 440 or 442. There's a 6. It's a 6 again. That 6, man, has been popping. Maybe we just hop the 6. All right. So we got the 6. Now that's a good one, right? Because that's $140. Let's throw in for 150. Just remember, it's 140 that we're using, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna come down, and we'll get our $2 back. And we'll put it right here. We're gonna go 110 inside. And that's 110 inside. And look at what we have left, okay? So watch. We have our 140, right? Let's take this back. See this right here? This is gonna go 42 and 42, okay? So let's say 42 on the 6 and 8, okay? And then we'll get $1 back from that. And we have that one. So let me see, 110. Pretty sure that's how it goes. All right. So again, we have $6 coming back. That's all right. But we're high on the 6 and 8. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get to the hopper. All right. And it is an 8. All right. So that's a good one. That's actually perfect because it's 1 for 50. But what I'm gonna say, pay me in nickels. And the reason why I want to get paid in nickels is because we're gonna hop the inside for 5 each, it's going to cost us $40. If we do only the easy ways, $50 with the hard 6, hard 8. All we need is an inside number. Here we go. We got to the hopper, and we used the hit to get to the hopper. All right, here we go. And it's a 6. We did it. We got it. All right, so 1 for 50. We're just going to get the $50 for it. And all of this will come down, except for one of them. And it's going to pay $75. 80 and down, okay? 80 and down. So 75 plus the 5 that we got. So 80 and down. So that hit right there was $130, okay? That is getting to the hopper. We're going to collect it, okay? So we collect it, and now we're going to get to the hopper, right? So you don't have to keep hopping is what I'm trying to say. Use your winnings and then, you know, so there's a 9. All right, so a 9's only 35, okay? So what we're going to do, there's 10, 20, 35. We're going to throw in 5. We're not going to do the hard ways this time. We're just going to do hop all the inside easies, okay? Here we go. With the wings, and it's a 4. Ah, we didn't. Now, you might say, whoa, you just lost. But did we? We lost our hopping. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. That was a 4. We're still rolling. 9. Back to the 9. Let's throw in another $5. And we get our 35. And we hop. Right? We're hopping all the inside easies. So that cost us 5 last time, 5 time, unless we hit it, but we didn't. 7 out. All right, drawing down to the hopper, right? All right, there's that. And we are back out. We were the shooter, and we were horrible. Now, remember, we did collect that 130, so that was a good hit. That was a good hit. Good round, I should say. All right. Here we go with the, and I'll check the chat in just a second if you have something to say or would like to comment. There's the VIG for those. And we are set up again. We're not the shooter this time. Don't forget to go to holyroller.com. Check out the 4-minute video I have there talking about Craps for the Cure and what we're doing to raise money for veterans this weekend. All right. What's up, Tom? Tom's in the house. Dean's in the house. I haven't done a cruise to Australia yet. It's on my list, but first I'm going to the Mediterranean and the Greek Isles, and we're also doing a transatlantic, so to get there. So then the next season will probably be Australia or Tokyo. Well, I don't know. We're kind of like which way we're gonna go. So, but are you thinking about it? Question. All right. All right. So we're going to have somebody else coming out here. Somebody else is coming out, and we're not the shooter. We're not betting on the pass line or the don't pass. The point is 4, and we were not working, of course. But here's our big risk. Let's see what happens. And it is a yo 11. Man, I like it when it hits one roll. The 2 rolls gets me scary sometimes, and it's a 5. So it's not a 6 and 8, which would be our high payout, but it is a 5, which is our 105. All right. So we're going to go down. So this is the drawdown part of the system where we risk our big money, then we put down, right? And then we use our profit, which I'm going to throw in that $5 from the last shooter just so we could go 110 inside. 110 inside. And we know that we brought 125 back for the last shooter. So here we go. We're still rolling. Let's get to the hopper. And a 7 out. We didn't even get a chance to get to the hopper. All right. So this falls. And next shooter. Wow. But we did throw in $5 from our previous hand, but we know that we're still up $125. Now we set up our come out action, and our come out action is 440 with our VIG, 25, 25, 75, 75, 120, 120. All right. And so it's a 440 action. 440 action drawdown. So we're not the shooter again, assuming somebody else is the shooter. And we are not working, of course. Here we go, coming out. And it is 7. See, not working. And it is 12 midnight. And it is 7. And it is 9. I thought it was going to be another 12. All right, so it's a 9. The point is 9. Here we go. We're rolling. Let's see if we can get past this hit. It's a 10. That's $49 or 50 for 1. So we throw in the $1 for it. We get our $2 back as we draw down. And we pretty much tell the dealers, take me down to 44 inside, okay? Then 44 inside, and it looks, it's $10 level, and $6 change. $6 change coming back to us. We'll keep track of that for the next roll. Here we go, see what happens. And it's a 8E8. We know that we're gonna throw in our $6, and we're gonna ask them to hop, because we're gonna get paid 14. There's 10, another 4. And I'm just doing my hopping here. Usually it's over there, and you tell them, you throw in your $6 and you say hop the inside for $2 each. So the 2 ways to make a 5, the 3 ways to make a 6. I know there's 6 ways, but you know what I mean. There's 2 ways to hop, all right? So there we're hopping all the inside. Let's get an inside number. Get to the hopper, and it's a 7 out. All right, so as you can see, this could really bleed your money if you're not doing the drawdown. So the drawdown part of the system is key, I think, because what you're doing in the drawdown part of the system is you're making sure that you hopefully play for free. Where we've been out quite a few times, and we haven't got, we still have our original. We haven't had to dip in. The goal would be hopefully, because we got 125 profit, our goal would hopefully to be able to get to that point, or always choose to use that without the drawdown. So we could go 110 inside without the drawdown, and then draw down from 110, you know, like our profit. But what I like to do is get at least 440. We want to get 440, you know. So we need it to work one more time. So we're raising money for Craps for the Cure this weekend. You can go to the link in the description of this, or go to holyroller.com, watch the 4-minute video there, and give towards for the Cure. I'm trying to raise $50 per view, per viewer. Some people, whenever you click the link to give, it has 0. It has a 0. You could put in any amount. So $50 would be great. But if you want to do 100, you can. You know, if you want to do 500, you can. If you want to do $5, you can. All right. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. All right. So, Dean, do I ever go or cruise in Australia? I'm going to. But the question is to you, if you're still watching, have you? Do you live there? What's going on? I want to know. All right. So here we go. Let's get our come out action. And I like the simplicity of the drawdown. Now you might say that doesn't look simple, but what I mean is, whatever hits, we're not doing the same exact thing all the time, but whatever hits gives us an opportunity to play at that level. So it's not like the same thing. There's a little bit of variety. Okay, so there's a 7. A little bit of variety. I like variety. There's another 7. These dice know how to roll 7s, I'll tell you that. There's a 2. They're like, yeah, we know how to roll it. We know how to lose on the pass line as well on the come out. All right, here's a 6. They know how to roll a 6, that's for sure. Let's see what happens. See if we can roll a 6 back to back or something. And it is a 6 back to back. 4-2, same way too. All right, that's 140, by the way. So let's just give it as 120, 140. All right, let's go down. That's a winner. And we're gonna go down. I'm gonna just leave the button. I'm gonna leave the button in there too, so I don't have to pull out the button every time. That's just me. Am I lazy? It's for speed of the channel. All right, there we go. I left the buttons in there. All right, so now we know we have 140, okay? That's an easy 110 inside, right? But we also can do the 42 on the 6 and 8. And we have $6 more. Let's bring it back, okay? All right, this is a come out roll for that same shooter, and it's a 7, 1, 6, 6, 7, and it is a 9. Those dice are almost running off the table there. It's a 9. All right. So now we're going to get to the hopper. Let's see what happens. And it is 12 midnight, 12 night. And it's a 6, hard 6. That is 50 for 1. We're going to, can you pay me in nickels, please? Yeah, sure, sir. No problem. And then we're going to say, can you hop all the inside, please? And they're going to hop all the inside for $50. All right, so there we go. Let's see if we can get an inside number. And it's an 8, easy 8. All right, so all of these will fall except the easy 8. It will pay 80 and down, okay? So there's 80 and down, and we're gonna go ahead. Oh, I forgot to pay the actual 8 because it just hit 8, because that's the move there. The fellas there plus the hopping. They'll pay this first, then the hopping. By the way, sometimes they get excited about the hopping. So here's another 130, right? 130. All right. So at least we have 250 over here that we've brought back. All right, so now we want to get to the hopper again. If we get a win, we can get to the hopper, and it's an 8 again, easy 8. And can you pay me in nickels, please? And there it is. It's one short. Can you hop all the inside ease? Or sorry, all the inside, not just the easy. Let's get a hard way. We're hopping that hard way. And it's a 5. That's going to pay $80 and down. So all of these will lose. And then the one that wins comes down with the payout. So 80 and down. All right, let's rack that up. And, oh, I did it again. Don't forget about the $35. Okay, we're actually going to take that. Okay, so there's that. And we're rolling. Let's get to the hopper. Sometimes people would leave. There's a hard 6. Man, I wish I was hopping on that hard 6, because the easy ways pay 15 to 1, and the hard ways pay 30 to 1. So that would be a good hit on a $5 hard way. But we did get a 6. Can you pay me with nickels, please, and hop the inside numbers? $50. All right, let's see if we could get there. Let's see if we can get another way. Hard 6, hard 8 would be great. It's a 7 out. It's a 7 out. All right. So we brought back some more. Here's 1, 2, 350. And we did bring back a little bit over here as well. So, but some people like to just leave that hopping there and just collect and just leave the hopping up. I like to hit a hopping, bring it all down, then earn a hopping and get to the hopper, hit it, bring it all down, earn another hopping. But like I said, sometimes people want to just have the hopping out there and just collect and put back the hopping. Because it is a good collect. It would be $75, but then you have to put back $45. So it's really, but when you hit this 35 and 35, it's a $70 win, you know, if you wanted to think of it like that. But I'd rather bring back 125 or so, 130. So, all right, so this is gone. I'll check the chat, see what you think. Any suggestions on the drawdown hopper, you know? Do you understand it yet? Is it followable? Can you follow? Can you follow along? And if it's too complicated, sometimes people don't want to play it. So I'm going to show you an easier way to do it, okay? I'm going to just use my profit here, okay? Instead of going back out with the 440, I'm going to just use my, so I know I at least have, 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do inside play for 220 inside, okay? I still have extra, okay? So 220, let's see, 150. I have another 150, but 220 inside, okay? I'm assuming we're not the shooter this time either, okay? We're not working. We're just doing the inside. Here we go. Let's see what the number is, the point. There's a 12, midnight, and there's a 6, 426. All right, so the point is 6. Now we're going to do a drawdown. I'll show you. This is an easier way to think about a drawdown. There's a 4, no hit for us. And it's another 4, no hit for us. And it's an 8, easy 8. That pays 70, okay? We're going to pay dollars. And then we're going to say, take me to 110, okay? 110. So we're going to draw down to 110. We're just pretty much going to split this in half. All right, so we're bringing 110 plus 70, okay? So that is 150, 75, 175, and 180, okay? So 180 out of 210, because we still have money out there. Let's see what we do. See if we can hit another one. There's a 4. That 4 is popping. Oh my goodness. And there's a 9. All right, so we got a 935. And what did we say that was? 180. Look, there is 175, 200, 215. 215, remember what we started with? 220. So we have 110 inside for $5 with a drawdown. So if we lose now, we lose $5. So, but what did we get? 3 hits, you know? So it's kind of like, oh, 3 hits. If we would have left 220 out risking it the whole time and got 3 hits, we would be out of the hand as well, you know? So because it would be higher payout. But it's all about risk. So again, let me just say, the start low and pressing up, a drawdown is a reverse of that. You start high, and every time you hit, you go down. So we could go down, but you do, at some point, you start going back up. So you draw down, and then you start going back up. Because we're in it for $5, I'll probably press the 6 and 8 if we get another hit, you know? All right, let's see. And it's an 8. So that's going to pay $35, and I'm going to bring $11 back to my rack. That's 35 because I'm going to press the 6 and 8. I'm going to bring $11 back to my rack. I'm going to press the 6 and 8 to 42 each, okay? 2 each on the 6 and 8, and now I'm bringing $11 back to my rack. So I draw down, now I'm going back up. All right, here we go. And it's a yo 11, and it's a 12, midnight. Should have been running with the bulls on that one. And it's a 10, that's on the outside. Let's get inside, but not too far inside. You know what I'm saying? There's a 5. All right, $35. All right. So we'll go ahead and press the 5 and 9 look like 35 each. That means we're bringing 15 back to our rack for that hit. All right, here we go. And it's a 2, craps, and it's an 8, easy 8, and that's 50 for 1. All right. Now, if you've been watching, if you know how I play, once I get this to the level, the first time I get it hit, I want to collect it. So I'm collecting that $50, and then I'm rolling. Here we go. And it's a yo 11, and it's a 7 out. So let's see. We'll see how much did we collect on that one. We started with 220, so there's 2, 25. So there's 25. Let me just do it like this. There's the 220, and then we have yeah, this is our profit money here. We pressed, you know, we were $5 short. We took the 50. Yeah, so that's why we got 45. All right, so we got $45 on that for that shooter, $45. And we're risking only our profit right now. So the other way to draw down is to go lower and lower, you know. So you could start with 110 and then go to 66 after one hit, and then go to 44 after 2 hits. That's one way to do it. Let me check the chat, see if you have any comments, any concerns, any questions about this system. We're drawing down and then we're getting to the hopper. The only thing I didn't do that time is get to the hopper. You know, you're probably waiting, when are we gonna get to the hopper? So here we go. Let's do 220 inside again. I'm gonna show you. Watch this one. I think you'll like this one because it's gonna be a drawdown and get to the hopper. All right. So we're assuming we're not the shooter this time again, and here we go. And it is a 10. The point is 10. So let's get an inside number, and not directly inside. Oh my goodness, it's a 7. 4, 3, 7. That's right there. That is the inside number. That is the directly in the middle. And I don't like that one. I always say they say, what was it? And I say, halfway between a hard 6 and a hard 8. Well, they're like, what? Halfway between a hard 6 and a hard 8. What does that mean? Never mind. That's 220 gone. That's 220 gone. All right, so this is still our profit over here, by the way. So that was 220 of our profit that we lost. I don't think we have enough this time. Nope, we don't. But watch what we do have. Okay, so here is 50, 60, 60. We have a quarter, so instead of throwing in our own money, we're just going to do a little iron cross. We might as well be working on the come out, and let's make it happen. We're assuming we're not the shooter. We'll let the field build. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Let the field build. And it is a 9. And so we win right here in the field, and we'll build on the 9. There we go. The point is 9. We're just out there early. Here we go. And it is, oh, dice off the table. Dice off the table. Now this is where people say, turn me off, please. We don't say turn me off because that's profit money. Let's get the 8, you know? And it is a 5. All right, that works too. It is a no field, right? So we lose the field, but we get paid $70. So we get paid 70. Let's make this, we're gonna take this to 50. So now we're 220 on the inside we wanna be, right? Now what we're gonna do is, there is $40 here. And if you know what $40 can do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's do it. So 25 more. And we are going to hop the inside easies, okay? So I got a mess over with all my chips that I just took down. All right, so we're gonna hop all the inside. All right, what did I say, 45? Yeah, so we have 45, and that it takes, you know, we could throw in $5 just to get those hard ways as well. Let's just do it. We threw in $5. All right, here we go. We need an inside number. And it is a 9. Winner. And don't you feel like a winner when you got to the hopper and it actually hit? All right, so before they take this down, we're gonna pay the line. They'll pay the field, the line, from the outside in. So they're gonna pay the line, they'll take the don'ts, they'll pay the field, then they'll pay the box, then they'll pay the hops, okay? So that's $70 or 5 for 75, okay? And then this is gonna be 80 and down. So 80 and down is another 75. So see what we have here is $150, $155, right? But we didn't, remember, we didn't draw down, right? Went to the hopper without drawing down. Now, the reason why we didn't draw down is because we kind of were pressing a little bit. Now we could just take this, bring it in our rack, and then draw down the next time. Or we can say, I have $150. I'm going to go 110 inside and begin with the drawdown. So, you know, like using this hit right now down. Even though the puck is off, we draw down. There is 100, 250, 65, $265. All right. So remember, we did lose 240, right? So we could go 240, but now what we're going to do is we're going to just get to the hopper. So we draw down, now get to the hopper, draw down, hopper. We're off on the come out. Last time we were working, we won't work the time. There's an 8, and the point is 8. And then we're going to see if we can get a hit. There's a yo 11. See if we can get an inside number. There's a 10, 10. And there's another 10, easy 10 again. And there is the 7. Man, they just avoided, those dice avoided every bet that we had. Maybe we should have been working on that come out. That was the only inside number. All right. So let me check the chat, but before I do, let me invite you to go to holyroller.com. Watch the 4-minute video I have there and see what we're doing to raise money for veterans this year for Craps for the Cure. Happening this weekend, we're going to be streaming live on Casino Quest YouTube channel both days from 10 to 7 on Saturday, Sunday. So make sure to have us on in the background. There's raffle prizes. You can go to crapsforthecure.com and look at the raffle. But what we're doing here at this channel is we're trying to raise money through my link or even Venmoing me so I could bring money and present it there at Craps for the Cure. I don't know how much I'm going to have to present, but I will present some money there, depending on how much everybody's given during these shows, all right? Let me check the chat before we move on. All right, so let's go. Sometimes I ignore the chat, and sometimes I ignore what people say in the chat. If you're talking amongst yourselves, that's totally fine. But if you're talking to me, that's okay too. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what we have as far as our profit, because there is, we have enough. We can do it. We could do the 220. So let's just do it. All right, so let's do 220. And we still have $45 profit that we've earned from our 2,500 from doing the drawdown hopper, right? The drawdown hopper. All right, here we go. Let's assume we are the shooter this time. Why not? All right, $10. 2 units, $10 on the pass line. Here we go. And it's a 2. It would be stinking 2. Back up. This is costing us $20 to roll. No, it's costing us more because it's a 2 back to back 2. Is that the dice telling me I should have been on the don't pass? All right, I'm just so you know, that's all our profit out there because now we're, oh my goodness, here we go. If we get another craps number, okay, a 4, finally, my goodness. But a 1 showed up on all 3 of those rolls. All right, now we're rolling. Let's get it inside, not too far inside, but inside. There's a 10. That is not an inside number, but it's a box number. There's a 7. Crap, too far inside again, right in the middle. All right, we lose. 220 of the casino's money. And you might say, no, you won that. That was your money. It's not the casino's money. Once they give it to you, it's yours, not theirs. Right, we lost our profit. And now, so here's where you can decide, okay, I want to go higher so that I can have more. I'm willing to risk more on the come out. So if you do 100 on 4 and 10, that's going to cost you $10, $5 each for the VIG. If you do 100 all the way across, Then you're going to 140. So let me get some change real quick. There's 50. And you're going to get 140 on the 6 and 8, or 120 on the 6 and 8, sorry. And so this is going to cost you, sorry, I forgot my my buy buttons are stuck inside this stack that I had. All right. So this is going to cost you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 650. All right. 650 and $10 of it is the vid. All right. We're assuming somebody else is a shooter because we just had a horrible run when we were rolling. All right, here we go. Let's. The puck is, bets are off, and it's a 5. So the point is 5. And this is our moment of truth, our big risk, and it is a 5. Back to back on the 5. It's a $140 win. Okay, 140. I'm just paying it in green. 140, okay? Now we're gonna go down. We'll get our $10 back for going down, okay? And we have this much to work with. Now, we're drawing down, okay? So we're gonna go 110 inside. See this 30? Let's throw in $5 because you know what we're gonna do with this right off the bat? Usually you draw down and then get to the hopper with the first hit. But because we're going 110 inside and we have close to the $40 need, there's 10, 20, 30, 40. We're hopping the inside easies. All right, here we go. Let's keep it inside on the second. Oh, no, that was a winner. All right, so that was a winner 5. We're going to be on. There's no better time to get it than right now. It's a 9. We got it. All right, so we get paid 5. The point becomes 9. We get paid 35 for the 9. And then we get paid 80 and down for the hopping. Now, this is 110, by the way. 110. Is that awesome? All right. So let's see what just happened, just so you know. Oh, sorry. It is 115. 115. Because the 80, 35 and the 80 and down. There we go. All right. So we're out of the hand technically with one roll, but we did the hopping to get there. Okay. So because it's kind of hard to explain, but we spent more. We spent what was it? 140, 150 to have 110 across, and it's working and it's us. So now let's get to the hopper. Here we go. And what I mean by that, there's a 12. We want an inside to hit. There's a 2, craps 2. And there's a hard 8. All right, we're gonna get paid 35. Let's throw in 5 and let's hop for $40, the inside easies. All right, hop in the inside easies. Here we go. Let's see. And it's a yo. So we lost the hop, but we lost $5 instead of 40, by the way. All right, here we go. And it's a 7 out. Wow. All this talk about loss. Certainly did. Not really. Why? Because we were out of the hand after that first hit. There's our 110. Because remember, we threw in the 5. It was 115. We threw in the 5 for the hopping. So it's pretty cool the way that all can work together if you do it that way. So the question is, are we ready to risk big time? We're ready to risk big time again. There's our VIG. We're not working. And we're not shooting. I'll check the chat in just a second. Don't forget to go to holyroller.com. Let's donate for Craps for the Cure. There's a 4, hard 4. All right, drawing down, draw down. Let's go. It is an 8, an 8. So we risk this much money on one roll. And then it's going to pay 140. So there's 140. We're going to get $10 back when we go down on our 4 and 10. We'll get our VIG back. And 110 inside. Okay. And this time we're just going to rack the 35. We're going to let the inside hit in order for us to get to the hopper, okay? And it is a 7. Wow. 7 out. Roll, but man, what a risk we had with that money. Oh my goodness. All right. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. All right, we're gonna do one more. I did the high ones. I even went really high with the $650, right? $640. So let's see. I mean, I don't know how many people would actually risk 640, but here's our profit money. I'm gonna just do, this might seem boring to you, but we'll start off at 110, okay? Now we're gonna start off with 110. We're gonna assume somebody else is the shooter, and we are going to get to the hopper. Again, we're gonna have 110, 115. We're gonna invest $115 on this shooter, and let me show you how. Here we go, and it is a 4, so the point becomes 4, and now we need to get an inside hit, and it's a 6. All right, easy 6. We're gonna get paid 35. Now remember, 110, we're gonna risk 115 because we're throwing in $5 for the $40 hopping inside easy numbers. So if we can get this hit, we're out of the hand. 2 hits, and it's a 5, and we are out of the hand, all right? And this is what I mean. So all of these, that 5 wins, and we get paid 35 for the 5, then we get paid 80, and down, there is our 115 that we invested shooter. So now, that right there is there for free. We can get one more hit. Watch what I do. 11 and 5. All right, so it's a 5. It's 35. Now watch this. 35. Because if you want to start at 110, watch this. I'm taking that down. Give me a 5, 6, and 8. Okay? So then what do I get? I get a $10 5, 6, and 8, 4. And I get $1 back, right? $34 action, right? And here we go, 5, 6, and 8. And there's a 2, craps 2. And there's a 3, craps 3. And there's a 5. The 5 hit again, and we get 15 for 1, okay? Give me a $10 9. Just put $5 in my rack, all right? I could get idled at some point. There's a 4, winner. Winner 4, we're gonna be working on the come out. Don't wanna waste a roll here. And it's an 8. And we're gonna say press the 6 and 8, 1 unit each. Pays 14, and we're gonna get $2 back, or we're just gonna say $2 for the dealers on the 6 and 8. Boom, boom. All right, not hopping. We're just giving it to the dealers. Regular 6 and 8. Here we go. And it's a 10 on the end, and it is 7 out. 7 out. Well, that was a good try. I'm never betting for the dealers again. Every time I bet for the dealers, I lose. I'm just playing. All right. All right. Here we go. Let's see where we ended up with our bankroll. We started with 2,500, and so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and We got it all mixed up here, by the way. There's 1,000. It's a mess. I just brought it back all stacked together instead of separating it. All right, there's 1,000. $1,500, 2,000, and 500. There you go. So out of all that play, what did we make? There is 100. There's another 100, 25, 50, 75, $279. 279. So we made a good 10% on our bankroll. That's a good win. A lot of times people want to get 20%, but 10% isn't bad. And the fact that we were playing, you know, different and hopping and getting money, you know, like it just depends on what our average bet would have been towards a free cruise. But 250, 270 bucks, that's pretty good. All right. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to go to holyroller.com, watch the 4-minute video there, see what we're doing for Craps for the Cure, raising money for veterans this weekend, starting Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time on the Casino Quest YouTube channel. And until next time, I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.